All right, all right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to EMP Money. This is a very special live AMA with a partner protocol that we're super excited to have started working with. We have their CEO, Chris, on the call today, and that is Spritz.Finance. So I know we've been kind of educating all of you over the last few weeks about Spritz, but who better to have than Chris himself on the AMA today? And so, hey, Chris, welcome aboard. How are you, brother?
What's up, AJ? What's up, everybody? I'm doing great. I'm here on the East Coast, and it feels like I'm in Florida. It's springtime, and good vibes all around.
For sure, brother, no doubt. I'm from South Florida as well, and we're getting amazing weather today. So yeah, shout out to all of you. Thanks for being here. And if you are listening to the recording, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. The more engagement we get, the better the algorithm, and the ad revenue is used to support EMP. So, all right, Chris. Well, I'm gonna pull up the website, but before I get to that, maybe just give me a quick background on maybe your background and what made you decide to start Spritz.
Yeah. Well, I think I've described myself maybe too often as a finance nerd, but that's kind of I think who I am, so I might as well own it. I went to MIT for computer science and finance. I was in the hedge fund and trading world for a while in uh, in New York, and became a founding partner of a quant hedge fund, writing code to trade stocks all around the world. And fast forward to the last few years where, of course, I've been trading kind of, Bitcoin, Ethereum for a while, but, finally during DeFi summer, just getting very, very deep into DeFi and all things, all chains, and getting wrapped up with that, and sort of, feeling that disconnect between the world that we can live in crypto and the world that I'm still living day to day in my bank account and all of that, and said, hey, maybe there's something that I can do here and build a team and make money programmable and automated for people, but in the real world. And that long story short is how we got to Spritz.
Amazing, brother. Good deal. Sorry about that. I was muted. So yeah, I mean, we again, I think this is something the product market fit is incredible. Something that we've all been wanting, especially those of us that are, DeFi heads. Again, there's a whole group of crypto users that are only used to, you know, centralized exchanges and off ramping or on ramping through that. But to have an option, that's much more decentralized and caters towards more the DeFi nerds. I love that you describe yourself as that. I think it's been huge, and I know personally I've been a user of Spritz for a while now, and we have been working together behind the scenes to onboard the EMP community. So we do have an affiliate link. All that will be in the description
Hmm.
below. But today was just kind of a run through of what Spritz is. So and I am joined by my other team member, LA. LA, if there's any questions or things that we kind of gloss over, feel free to interrupt me as we go. Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll be on the lookout.
All right, amazing. So really, I guess we can just start again. If you're new to Spritz, if you go to Spritz.Finance, use our affiliate link again. All the affiliate commission will go towards supporting EMP over the long term. And we've already got about 25 signups, which has been killer for only about 2 weeks of being live. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and you'll
so
get, as a user, you'll get, you'll not only benefit EMP, but you'll get $50 yourself as a credit on Spritz to, you could literally sign up, use the link, and within an hour you'll have $50 off ramped, for free back to your bank account. So we hope you don't take the money and run, but if you want to, it's pretty easy, right? $50 if you use the link that AJ has.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Well, and thank you for mentioning that again. Not only is it beneficial to us, but it's also beneficial to the user, again, to try out the service and see what it's all about. So I guess we'll go through the six bullet points here. It says, earn your way, pay your way. So again, you maybe just run down the logistics of what we would do by signing up, Chris. Maybe again, I think it's a simple. I know people get scared with
Yeah.
KYC, but it's a very simple KYC. And yeah, then simply connecting your MetaMask, right? Go ahead.
You got it. Yeah. Well, ultimately, what is Spritz, right? In practice. So, if you're, and by the way, we are U.S. Focused today. I know there's gonna be lots of questions. When UK, when Australia. I hope very soon. By the end of the year, we should be in these other markets. But U.S. today. So, and the purpose of Spritz is to, in a bankless way, be able to pay all those bills, meet all those expenses that you might already be doing from your checking account, paying your mortgage, paying down your student loan or some credit card debt, paying your electric bill, your utility bill, even Netflix and things like that. Anything coming out of your bank account today, instead of doing it in that way, you can use Spritz and take any of your crypto assets, which you are custodying. You don't custody at Spritz. You just connect your wallet, MetaMask, Exodus, whatever, on any kind of network. So we're on BSC, of course. You can use those tokens, connect to Spritz, and then make a $10 payment to your utility bill or a $10,000 payment, to your mortgage or pay down some debt. So just, that's the use case when you all are thinking about Spritz.Finance and what can it do for you. It can allow you to effectively go bankless and skip all the steps of using an exchange and moving to your bank and then paying your bills. So just wanted to, maybe I'll pause there and I can go through like what actually it takes to open an account, but just want to clarify exactly what we do at Spritz.
Yeah, brother. No, thank you for sure. And again, I think that's super powerful. Again, the be your own bank mentality. I mean
Yeah.
that resonates so well with crypto as a whole. But now you're even applying that to more, traditional finance in terms of being able to off ramp into, like you said, paying a mortgage, paying your car payment, or simply just transferring money to any bank account, right? I mean, there really is not a lot of limits involved, correct?
No, no, not at all. So no, very few limits in terms of minimums and even in terms of maximums. Um, and we're actually piloting it's a little bit of alpha here, I guess. We're actually piloting a Spritz business account. So for some of you who are maybe even you're operating yourself as a business, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you're keeping those business accounts, those sort of expenses separate from your day-to-day life. You could have a Spritz individual account and a Spritz business account, and the business account will come with even higher limits. For individuals, it's about 20K limits on a transaction basis, and for business, it actually goes even higher. So if you happen to be in that bucket, do let us know, and we can turn on the business capabilities for you too.
Amazing, brother. There you go. Even some more alpha. Appreciate that on this AMA for sure. So, all right. Well, now that we know kind of what Spritz is, can you just kind of walk us through really quick on again just how to set it up? I know there's a very brief KYC. I know people get a little scared of that, but maybe just kind of explain what you guys do, what information you need, and then literally it's as simple as just connecting a wallet. Correct? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. So first step is a very lightweight KYC. Of course, if we're going to pay your mortgage, unfortunately, you just cannot remain completely anonymous. We've got to know which mortgage to pay, which credit card to pay. So yeah, we recognize that that's not for everybody, but we found that it's quite reasonable for a lot of folks who want to go bankless in the U.S. So it's a no doc, 2-minute KYC. We need to know that you've got a US address. So we need your address, and you enter in your phone number, and it has a little code that comes back to kind of make sure that we know how to contact you. And then for 9.5% of people, you're completely in the platform. So very quick OIC from Cognito. We're not storing the data at all. It's stored a very secure way by Cognito itself. You can kind of look them up. They're used by many services. It's really just make sure that we know our customer. You're in the US and you're eligible for us, and that's the end of that. Once you're done with that, you can, have some fun, and you can add your bills, you can add your bank account. So you do a search and say, hey, I've got a Chase Sapphire card. Can you find it for me? We've actually got some clever ways to actually got your name, so we can use the provider to actually say, hey, here's the Chase card, let's just add it. Or you can go ahead and just type in the account number and add a bill manually if you wish. You don't have to add everything. You can add only what you want. You can try one thing at a time. Once you've added the bill or the bank account, it's going to show you, hey, I've got $250 due on my auto loan, and you can immediately click pay. And what you're going to do when you pay is you're going to connect a Web3 wallet, maybe MetaMask. You're going to select which network you want to be on, maybe Binance Smart Chain, and you're going to select what token. Maybe it's USDC, maybe it's BNB, maybe it's Cake, or anything really that's liquid on each of those networks is going to be payable. We're going to give you a quote, and it's just a fair quote coming from Zapper or from elsewhere about how many tokens it's going to take to pay. And then you're just going to click pay, and it's a single blockchain transaction that you're going to sign and send over the tokens, a single transaction. And then we're going to send money to pay the bills. You're going to see the progress and get a little alert when it's all paid. So very, very simple. Once you're in the system, which only takes 2 minutes, it's a little click to pay any of these bills with any of these tokens.
Amazing, brother. Absolutely. And again, I can say firsthand that it is really that simple and that seamless. So, all right. And then again, just before we switch gears a little bit, I really want to talk about the actual credit card, the Spritz card that you guys offer. But can you go over really quick about fees and the time process? Usually, again, from my experience, I think you guys say it takes about 4 days, but it usually only takes about 2 for me, again, personally speaking. But I know what they say, under promise and over deliver, right? So yeah, you just want to talk about that real quick? Go ahead, brother.
That's my motto. Actually, I tell the team all the time. The customer, the users are very, understanding as long as you give them a heads up about exactly what's going to happen when. Right? If you tell people it's going to be instant and it's not, that's no good. So it was definitely one of our values to be really open and transparent with everybody, throughout the experience. In terms of timing, we're working to get it as short as possible, and it does vary. I wish I could say, hey, it's instant or it's 1 hour, or it's 1 day for everything, but it does vary. If you're paying a obscure trash bill, you may laugh, but there are plenty of people doing this.
Yeah, totally.
In wherever, Louisiana, that can take 4 days, right, to arrive. Go through our systems, and because the problem is once it arrives at that biller, they may have your money, but they're not actually updating the account, right, ledger to actually show you when you log in, or to send you an email say, hey, yeah, you've gotten your bill paid. That's unfortunate. It's hard for us to fix that. So that's where you get that 4-day timeline. But for many bills, like the big ones like a Chase Sapphire, an Amex, Apple Card, and then for the banks and the off ramping that we offer, that is next day, or in some cases actually same day within minutes. If you've got a major bank account, you can do an off ramp. So I don't want to make it too complicated, but it's very, very fast for off ramping to major banks, and then so it is a little slower if you get kind of on the more obscure types of bills.
All right, awesome, no doubt. And again, like I said, it's usually on the lower end of those estimates, just from my personal experience using Spritz. So, and then again, I know people,
Fees.
on the surface, people think the fees might be a little high, but just to put things in context, I mean, you're saving having to literally transfer, to a centralized exchange, all the gas fees that are associated with that, especially on Ethereum. There's a lot of hidden expenses that come with off ramping. But with you guys, there's just a flat fee, and it's dependent on the size of the transaction as well, right? Again, just clarify if I'm wrong. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
It's a percentage, right? So it's actually not a flat fee.
Okay.
but it's on a tiered basis. We worked really hard even before launching the revenue model, as we like to say, with basically pricing, right? We worked really hard to, talk to customers and figure out what feels fair to them, while obviously allowing us to keep the system, sustainable. Because as we know in crypto nowadays, um, costs are kind of going up to users, right? You're getting fewer and fewer options in terms of off ramping or exchanges, and that kind of goes the same for businesses too, right? So on our end, it's hard to get super cheap, but I really looked at, MoonPay and Transact, and it's like, man, why are they charging, the everyday Joe 5%, right, to send some cash to USDC, on Ethereum or something like that? It
For
just
sure.
feels unfair and unnecessary. And so I really wanted to push back on that. So first thing we did is first $100 every single month is completely free of fees, so 0% fee. You're paying gas on the transaction, but for Spritz, Spritz is actually losing money on that. We're not charging you. We say, hey, if you just are a little guy, want to test this out, hopefully we'll grow with you, and the first $100 is free. After that, up to $1,000, it's 1.95% fee, so still under 2%. After that, up to 5,000, it's 1.75% fee. Beyond 5,000, it's 1.5% fee for the individual account. And I don't have the fees for the business account, but we can actually reduce it a little more if what we're thinking anyway for the business account. So in summary, between 1.5% to 2% fees, but free for up to $100 every month.
Amazing, brother. And again, I mean, that is, personally speaking, again, nothing here is financial advice, but that is well worth the price of admission. I mean, the ease of access that Spritz provides, I mean, I think you guys are extremely competitive in terms of fees. And like you said, offering a platform that you can grow with, and hopefully in the next bull run, people are able to withdraw, thousands and thousands of dollars much more easily than having to worry about other off-ramping scenarios. So, all right, awesome. And then one last thing I want to talk about us in
Mm-hmm.
terms of the actual app, and then we can take a few questions. Again, I want to be respectful of everybody's time today, but I'm really excited about your Spritz card. This is something pretty fairly new. I know when I first signed up for Spritz, it wasn't available, but over the last month, it seems like it's been rolled out, and really that's the holy grail that we all have wanted to do is use a credit card in real life, backed by our crypto, to pay things. I mean, even something as simple as buying a coffee or ordering a pizza is now super simple. So again,
Yeah,
please feel free to elaborate, but I'm pretty sure it's a Visa card, and it's
that's right.
basically, yeah, it's a debit card, right? Like in other words, you have to load the crypto onto it first, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Not at the stage where we can extend credit. That is something that would be super cool. I mean, getting ahead of ourselves here, but to maybe there's a DeFi loan product, right? Or maybe one of your products at EMP, right? Where
For
you could
sure.
effectively
Yeah.
take out a DeFi loan, and then that's your spending power. You're not selling your crypto. So that, our whole philosophy at Spritz is um, away from the centralized services like bless their hearts, crypto.com, and some of the defunct ones, and Gemini and all that, right? They made it crypto, easy. They had cards with lots of yield, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of problems with that, right? That we don't have to talk about. So how do we allow you to do what you're doing in Web3, and then just use that in a non-custodial way to go to Starbucks and buy a coffee, for the next however many years until, up until and including when Starbucks finally accepts crypto. So the Spritz debit card has just been out about a month, so it's still new. We're refining it, taking feedback, but it's a very simple but powerful card. It's a Visa prepaid debit card that you can fund at any time you want with, again, any token, any chain, instantly. And it's a virtual card that you can add to your Apple Pay or your, Android Pay, or just use, at Amazon.com or whatever. So go on your Spritz account. There's a card tab. I think it's a spend tab. You activate the card, um, add it to Apple Pay, and you say, hey, I've got 100 USDC, or I've got $100 worth of whatever BNB. Send a transaction to Spritz just like you do anything else. There's $100 on the card, within 2 seconds. You can swipe it, tap it, check out at Amazon.com. Then you can reload whenever you want. Make sure your funds are, properly deployed. You don't have to kind of pre-fund the card at a minimum or anything like that.
Amazing, brother. Again, super innovative stuff, and something that makes our life as crypto investors and DeFi participants way easier over the long run. So amazing, man. Well, that was the high level overview. Again, I just want to go through that bit by bit. LA, I don't know if there's any questions that we've seen,
Yeah.
but even real fast before we get to those, Chris, maybe just kind of comment on. Again, I know you and I have been working behind the scenes, not only in terms of the affiliate, but all the products that we're going to be rolling out with EMP. I mean, we would love to have Spritz, and again, not to drop too much alpha here, but we would love to have that relationship continue, not only for the off ramp, but maybe even a potential on ramp. So I don't know if you want to comment on that, and maybe some other features that you guys are looking to add down the road. I know earlier you mentioned supporting other countries. I know we have a large investment community from Australia and obviously,
Mm.
the European communities. So yeah, maybe just comment on what's ahead for Spritz as well.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the opportunity. So, firstly, mobile app that's coming out in the next few months, iOS, Android. So there'll be a native Spritz.Finance experience. You don't have to go to our web, D app. You can download it for your phone, connect your wallets right there, and then load that card, see the balance while you're on the go, before tapping. So you could literally be standing in line at Starbucks, quickly go in, send a quick MetaMask transaction, top up the card and you're ready to pay. So mobile app is coming. Big support. Sorry about that. Can you hear me? I just got a call.
Yeah, no worries, brother.
um,
Yep, we hear you. Go ahead, bro. Yep.
yeah, Bitcoin support. So it's just kind of doing some of the more old school assets because right now we're on a lot of the Ethereum chains. Um, and then a feature that's available now that we're building out, we'd love everybody to try. It's called Smart Pay. So everything I mentioned so far is, single click, right? You got to go in, you see you got the electricity bill, you send $50 to it. Great, lots of control, but some people don't want to do that every month, right? In Spritz, you got to send a transaction. So actually, with our smart contracts, you'll be able to approve a series of transactions. Say, hey, send $50 on the 17th of the month using this token on this network. Approve the transaction. You can revoke it anytime. And we'll actually not we, the smart contract, the protocol will actually process that transaction. That's called Smart Pay, and we're rolling that out. It's on Polygon now, though, and we're rolling it out to BSC in the next few weeks. So yeah, that's the short product roadmap for you.
Amazing, brother. Awesome stuff. So yeah, I know you guys are always developing and building. That's something we pride ourselves on at EMP. As if we never have never a moment to spare. We're always trying to come up with the next new thing and again to improve the user experience for both of us. I know you guys take that to heart for sure. So all right, awesome. Well, again,
Hmm.
Ella, do we have time for maybe two or three
Yeah.
questions? And then we can wrap it up with Chris again. He's a very busy guy and took some time out of his day to jump on. It's an honor to have the actual CEO here with us. So go ahead, LA.
And thank you so much for being here with us today. We really appreciate it. There's two questions that I hear a lot, like in our groups, and then also I've seen them pop up here in the chat as well. So I'll start with those, and then if we have any more time, we'll pull a couple more. The two most popular questions that I see is one, if you can kind of give us any alpha or roadmap on when you're expanding into Canada, UK, Europe, and any kind of timeline for those. And then two, what type of reporting do you guys do in regards to taxes and whatnot?
Hmm. Yeah, thanks, LA. Great questions. Get these all the time. We're building as fast as we can. Yeah, in those countries you mentioned, Canada, regions, Canada, UK, Europe, and then Australia, those are absolutely the most requested. And, every day where I hear the request again, it just kind of, nudges me further and further to, really solve that and add it. We really do want to get that mobile app out before, we think about the expansion. So you're looking at second half of this year before we really start adding these countries and regions, maybe third, fourth quarter. So, not forever wait. That'll come sooner than we think, but yeah, I can't promise we're going to be launching. There's unfortunately no alpha about, hey, stay tuned for, this or that month for UK. But we really do hear you and really want the feedback and honestly the potential partnerships and help for us to launch there from the community. That all of those things kind of help us move one way or the other. So that's the countries. And then reporting. Yeah. So today, at least for individuals, the way we've been so far is, hey, all of these are blockchain transactions with Spritz. You're interacting with us just like you're maybe interacting with PancakeSwap or, EMP, right? So if you're doing your taxes, however you do them, if you're using a Zen Ledger or TaxBit or whatever service, just plug in whatever wallets you're interacting with Spritz, and it's going to pop out the right reports for tax purposes. However, we do hear from the community, especially around those business users, right? Like, hey, I've got some more, bigger requirements for reporting. And so we are working on a system to just give you a little quick, maybe a CSV to output your transactions. We do not report anything to, IRS or to the feds, or even to our partners. So you can rest assured about that. We're very transparent about it. But to give you guys the tools to do what you need to do, we're certainly looking to make that easier.
Awesome. And there's another question that goes, that's a good one to branch off with that. With the anti-crypto US SEC, are there any concerns that they could require Spritz to cease operating?
Well, always concerns. If I was not concerned about anything, I would certainly be swashbuckling, irresponsible CEO. But Spritz is a very sort of narrowly focused app. We do want to be a full solution for everybody, but we're not an exchange. We're not requiring you guys to submit your passports. We're not making decisions around what token is a security or doing trading and things like that. So, and that's actually why we would love to do an on-ramp and are thinking about it, but like the single use case of the off-ramp, again, puts us in a narrower bucket. So in terms of like securities laws in particular, we're not really concerned for Spritz per se. I think we're probably as concerned as all of you are about, hey, what's the banking system going to do? What access to these tokens do we have? What reporting do we have as individuals? I'm personally and also through Spritz, equally concerned there. But in terms of our service, we're certainly feel like we're on pretty strong ground.
Okay, awesome. I think one really bullish question that the community wants to know is, will you plan on integrating L1X in the future after it launches?
We would love to. Yeah, I mean, just totally would love to. And I think having this relationship, with you guys in the wider community, and frankly, the technical know-how and also the kind of the community know-how and marketing capabilities, like all of that allows us to take the decision to say, hey, yeah, this is the right next place to go with Spritz. Maybe even, hey, how do we offer some incentives and rewards to folks who might sign up from these communities? So this is where ultimately Spritz, we want to be any token, any network, any bill, anywhere. And so it's just a matter of, what and when. And the more kind of support and enthusiasm we can get from communities, the more we're likely to do it. So yeah, short answer is yes. Long answer is, let's try to put it on the roadmap.
Amazing, brother. Awesome, Chris. Man, well, I'm even more bullish. I don't know how that was possible. It's been a pleasure working with you, bro. Again, behind the scenes, we have a lot coming, and we're big supporters on, driving traffic to, projects in the space that are making a difference. And again, Chris has been nothing but transparent. It's a great product market fit, what Spritz offers, and if we can integrate that not only through an affiliate relationship, but also through again hard coding some of these things into Fusion. All of that is on the roadmap for us, and will help all of us grow together. So again, I really appreciate your time, Chris. LA, was that it? I know I wanted to try to keep it about a half an hour, but was there any other last minute questions before we wrap it up?
I just have one random question that I was thinking about when I was
Mm-hmm.
paying for something the other day with my Spritz card. Um, if you make a return on something that you bought, does that work like a normal credit card?
Yeah, it goes right back on the card. And we do actually have the ability to, effectively to pull funds back to you if you really do need it. But yeah, it just kind of goes back to the balance on the card. So at Spritz we've got, maybe you guys have seen the intercom chat there. Like, that's our real team. It's me, it's the engineers, it's community managers, it's everybody running the product. So questions or problems, big and small, we can work with you to, this is your money, your bills, real world stuff, right? It's not even play money, it's real stuff. So, we're happy to help you do that, disputes or refunds or anything. So yeah, it'll go back to your card.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's all the main questions that we got in the chats. This has been awesome. I've been super excited about it ever since I found out and signed up. It makes life so much more convenient, and I think that everyone in the community should sign up. I think everyone's definitely excited for it to come to their regions, and we'll have to keep
Yeah.
everyone updated as you fill us in on the plans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
thanks so much, LA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, Chris. No doubt, bro. We appreciate your time, and yeah, man, we're excited to continue this relationship. Again, anybody that is interested in using Spritz, they're literally paying you to do it. Again, with an incentive for that first transaction. I think you do have to do it within the first 7 days, though, right, Chris? I think there is a bit of a time frame. But yeah, all of you definitely use our affiliate link and tell us what you think about Spritz. That's another thing. Chris has been amazing with community feedback. I mean, a lot of the features are stuff that comes right from people saying, "Hey, it'd be really awesome if you guys integrated this or that." And Chris is very receptive to all of that. So, all right, brother. Well, again, thank you for your time, and we look forward to having you back when we roll out Fusion and maybe have a little more updates on the engineering level with Spritz.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, again, yeah, a great way to actually realize those gains, especially with the incoming bull run that we all hope for. So, all right, awesome, my friend. Thank
Coming.
you.
This
Yeah,
is
it
just the
is.
beginning, right?
Yeah,
So yeah.
totally.
Thanks so much.
All right, guys.
And good luck with
Thank
the
you
rollout
so
and all
much,
that. Yeah.
Chris.
Yes, thank you,
Thanks
brother.
a lot.
We'll be in touch, my friend. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Bye bye.